What's up, everybody? Welcome to some Edgar Markov. I hope you're excited. As far as opening hand goes, we're not going to have red. We have Grim Tutor. Yeah, I like this. We'll go and keep on this one. I've had, man, Edgar Markov makes for some really weird videos sometimes. We get some, like, really short ones, or we just don't get a lot of action at all. Let's go ahead and get the Urborg down. I think that sounds like a plan. We'll get the Urborg down. We'll go for the Viscera Seer. And then we'll get a nice little vampire tag along. We use the buddy system here at the House of Markov over here. Don't go out alone. Use the buddy system. Hold a hand. And then we're going to go and pass the turn to our opponent. Playing Edgar Markov, whenever you cast a vampire spell, if Edgar's in the command zone or on the battlefield, create a 1/1 black vampire creature token. First strike and haste, whenever Edgar Markov attacks, put a +1 counter on each vampire that you control. Playing against Azusa, Lost But Seeking, you may play 2 additional lands on each of your turns. There you go. And she likes to play in leaves. It's a fun fact. Most people don't know that. She's a leaf connoisseur. She likes to get a bunch of fresh leaves and make a big pile out of it and play with them, and that's fine. I always think about doing that whenever I rake the leaves in my yard. Let's just random. Let's go ahead and get the Westfell Abbey down. That would just shock the Godless Shrine. I think that we do have the Stromkirk Condemned. If we're going to go for that, it gets +1 until end of turn. Yeah, I think I like that. Let's go for the Condemned. We need to put some pressure on Azusa, because once she gets down and starts playing with her leaves and gets those forests on the battlefield, man, it gets out of hand pretty quick. Okay, so let's go ahead and swing in. We're going to swing in for 2. If they want to chump block on Viscera Seer in the vampire token, so be it. We can scry on the vampire, or we can sacrifice Viscera Seer to itself. He's kind of a weirdo. He likes that kind of stuff. Let's go and swing in for 2. Put our opponent down to 28. And then next turn we'll go for the Godless Shrine, the Felwar Stone. And then somehow, if we need to get like a red source off Grim Tutor, we can do that. I'd not like to do that, but if we have to, we can. All right, put him down to 28. Anything else, we're going to go and pass the turn. So, we cover both commanders in free time. We can talk about whatever we want. But you can see where it's turn 2, and we've got 4 vampires on the battlefield. It's a pretty good little chunk of damage. It's kind of like a... Edgar's like a worse version of a Loro. I mean, it's just, that life gain, it's okay. It's not that bad. I don't really enjoy playing against a Loro. But you get Edgar down, and you start casting, like, Viscera Seers and these little rinky-dinky vampires, and you start getting these tokens on the battlefield. It's just... feels good. It's one of those... Edgar, yeah, man, he's a pretty powerful vampire guy. But as far as the art goes, man, look at that. Love the art. I would love to have a... That's me getting ready to record, except it's my cat. My cat's putting my headset on, my cat's bringing me my tea, and I only have one cat. I don't have that many cats, but I like to think about that. Okay, opponent does get out a Maze of Ith, which can tap for black off our Urborg. Untap target attacking creature. Sorry, I thought about my cat putting my headphones on like that, and it's just a really funny mental image. Okay, so we have Olivia coming down. We can shock the Godless Shrine in. We're going to go for Felwar Stone. We can't really get a vampire down for 2, so let's just go and put the Godless Shrine into play. We're going to pay 2 life? No. We could go for Grim... No, we'll wait. Yeah, let's go for the Felwar Stone. Okay. Now, we do get in this weird spot where let's go and push in with the Stromkirk. Vampires you control. Yeah, let's go and push in. I like being aggressive on this one. Now, if they chump block with Azusa, we can discard a card, and vampires you control get +1/+1 until end of turn. So if they do block, that way we'll be able to take care of Azusa. If our opponent's a little sleepy baby and they kind of miss something, then at least we'll still get in for 3. And if they want to chump block on one of the vampire tokens, we'll have the sack outlet with Viscera Seer. So the only thing that we're really missing right now would be a good Blood Artist effect in here. And I'm only running Blood Artist in here because Blood Artist is a vampire. We're not using it for its sacrifice ability, even though we have a sack outlet out here. Actually, we are 100%. That's why we're doing it. All right, put our opponent down to 25, and then yeah, I think we're gonna go ahead and pass the turn to our opponent. Sounds like a plan. Now, this is the fun thing with Stromkirk Captain. Discard a card, vampires you control get +1/+1 until end of turn. So we keep rolling out all these creatures. We get these vampires on the battlefield. This is not like an activate once only during your turn. Oh, excuse me. Yes, you can you can activate this ability only once. I forgot about the other ability. So it is an activate only once. I was thinking that if we had enough cards in our head, we could dump it out there, but no, this is. So I just kind of corrected myself. So if you're going to put this in your own Edgar deck, it is 100% activate this ability once per turn. Once we kind of got the editor notes on that. Uh-oh. We got the elephant on top. Okay. So do they have enough? We're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They got 7 mana. They need 8. So I can maybe play an additional land. So we can Grim Tutor for something to kind of get the Dryad Arbor off the battlefield. Let's see what we're going to go for. Concealed Courtyard. That's going to come into play tapped. Okay, so if we go for Vault of the Archangel, that's going to be 1, 2, 3. We can still go for like Doomblade or something to go for the Dryad Arbor. And opponent does have green-black, so we cannot get down Olivia just yet. Is that what we're going to go for? Yeah, let's go and get the Vault down. Because we may, if we go for the Elephant, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then 7, 8, keep making the land drops, get down to Azusa again. Yeah, we're in this weird spot. We'd have to watch out for that Elephant coming down, because they can blow our elephants up with that. Blow our lands up with that, and that would not be a lot of fun. Okay, let's go and push in. Send the crew in. And we'll decide what we're going to go for. Let's see if they're going to use the Maze of Ith. Probably going to use it on the Stromkirk Condemned again. More than likely. If that's when they go for it. And they'll figure out exactly what we want to go for with Grim Tutor. I was thinking about spot removal on Dryad Arbor. It's going to be another creature off the battlefield. Kind of delay them on the elephant in the hand. The elephant in the room, which is in their hand. And in fact, let's go and write that down because I will forget. Because they're going to draw into it next turn. Okay. See if they declare any blocks. Once again, we'll go for the activated ability. Hey, I'm fine with that. Viscer Seer is a vampire, so that actually kind of solve our Grim Tutor line of play. Let's go and discard a card. The thing is, we have to get rid of Olivia. We don't really have a lot of red mana to support it at this point right now. Maybe we can use Grim. Yeah, we'll go and do that. I'm okay with that. Vampires get +1/+1 until end of turn. Chunk that card. Goodbye, Dryad Arbor. Opponent goes down to 21. Yeah, I think. Search your library for a card, put it in your hand, then shuffle your library. We could still go for another Oracle if we wanted to go for Grim Tutor. Kind of keep the pressure up. Yeah, let's go and do that. Let's go and go for Grim Tutor. We're going to search our library for a card, put it in our hand. We may end up going for some removal, or we may end up going for another vampire. Let's kind of pop this out and see what really helps us. Actually, let's go ahead and go for, yeah, I like this. Let's go for the Rakdos Signet. I think that's actually a little bit better plan. Because that puts us on Edgar next turn, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I like that a lot. Let's go Rakdos Signet. That's going to give us the red mana that we need. We'll get that down. They have the elephant on top. They're not going to really be able to cast it. Maybe they get lucky with a few extra land drops next turn. But yeah, I like this. We can swing it with Edgar. It's going to be a 4/4. Get some nice little extra bonus going. And there will be Green Sun Zenith on top. So we did get lucky that Oracle did not hit another land. So Terra is in the hand. All right, let's see what they're going to go tap out for. But yeah, man, this is a lot of fun deck, and you know it really does suit really well. You know, earlier I joked about Blood Artist, but you definitely want to run Blood Artist in here. You want to run Falcon Wrath Aristocrat. You definitely want to run Dryad Arbor. Oh, okay, that makes sense why they offered that block up. You definitely want to run some Blood Artist stuff in here. I mean, you get a lot of vampires going. It's so easy to get the vampires, and you just should get any sort of sack outlet down. There's 2 great sack outlets in Viscer Seer and Bloodthorn Vampire, which allows you to still get more tokens onto the battlefield. And then once you just really get some good board state developed, you know, you get a couple of the Blood Artist effects on the battlefield. Man, that really helps you kind of get some stuff going. Okay, opponent has the Maze of Ith down, so they will be online for Edgar Markov, but whatever it attacks, we're still going to get that counter. So they're not going to be able to stop that counter from going onto our creatures, which is going to be really good. In fact, let's go ahead and go for Edgar. So we're looking at Felwar Stone off the Rakdos Signet. It's going to be that. Tap out for white. Let's go for Edgar. Do we want to go for a land? Yeah, we'll still go for it. I think we're okay with that. Tap down Urborg. They're going to be able to play a lane from the hand if they want to. Let's just wait until the back end. Okay, let's go and push in with the crew. House Edgar is definitely mad. Put a +1 counter on each vampire that we control. So we're going to be able to put some pressure on our opponent at this point right now. And that is a triggered ability, or it goes on the stack once it attacks. So even if they use Maze of Ith to untap the target attacking creature, which is going to go for, that will stop the damage from coming across. But we still get that ability coming across, and we may, I don't know, do we want to chunk a card to the captain? Let's see how they offer blocks up. We'll see how that goes, because that's going to be 5, 9 coming across, plus an extra 4. That'll be 13. So I think I kind of like, yeah, let's do it. We need to get some stuff going. Go and get rid of the Concealed Courtyard. I like holding on to the Painful Truce. Vampires we control get +1/+1. So it's going to be 7, 10, 13 coming across. puts our opponent down to 8. So we have a good chunk of damage coming across next turn. Anything else, we're going to go and pass the turn. They have that Green Sun Zenith on top. Main thing that we're looking for right now is hopefully they don't hit any land. Okay, I have Uganu. Alright, so they do have a land on top because that's going to work really well with Oracle. So you can play an additional land, and so this is where we're going to start rolling that stuff out. There they go. They finally hit the land, start rolling those out. Yavimaya. Oh, the humanity. But it's been nice. We put in some good chunk of damage. If we end up losing, which I don't want to lose, but if we do, oh, look at that. That was just gnarly. They just needed that one land to bust it up. And yeah, that's what I was trying to say before they drew for the turn. If they finally hit a land, they're going to bust this wide open with Oracle and Azusa between all those extra lands. So now they're definitely online for the elephant that they have in the hand, Mr. Elephant Face. Whenever you cast a colorless spell, that's going to be Shrine of the Forsaken. They can activate Eye of Ugin if they want to, put it in your hand. So they're going to have a reduced cost from the Shrine of the Forsaken. They can use that. They still have Yavimaya Hollow on the battlefield too, regenerate target creature. So that kind of puts them in a spot where they can start regenerating. They're going to have to leave up at least 1 green mana for the regeneration clause, but we'll see. But yeah, man, if we could, if we draw into Blood Artist, that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Kind of depends how our opponent goes. If they really want to kind of mess with us, and they're going to go for the elephant. I don't know what they're going for right now. We'll see what if they went for any sort of activations. But if they go for the elephant, they blow up our lands. Yeah, I don't really see what they're going for. Look at that. Land, land, land. Love it. It reminds me of, I do Uncle Borby, Borigmos, or whatever his name is, in Rage for Christmas. And there's one time where I was just like, our opponent had something on the stack, and so we had to start activating Uncle Borby in response to that. And so if we just keep ripping lands straight off the top, then we win. And I think I think we ripped like 6 or 7 lands in a row, and it was just, man, I was like a little kid. I was giggly. I was happy. It was fun. Okay, opponent's gonna get the elephant down. And let's see what they're going to go for off this one. So destroy up to 3 target permanents. So now, with them being at 8, this kind of puts our opponent in a weird spot. Because if they go for all of our land, okay, there we go. Alright, so they're going to go only for 1 land. Go for the vault, which I'm fine with that. We'll go for Painful Truce next turn. And if they want to swing in, Mr. Elephant does not have trample, so it's really not the end of the world. They did not go for the Signet, so we still have at least, we're online for a 3-color Painful Truce next turn, so we can go for that. We'll see what else they kind of roll out. Okay. They're going to swing in. Nope, no swings in from our opponent. So at this point right now, man, double Blood Artist off this Painful Truce. Oh yeah, that'd be great. I guess. Yeah, let's go ahead and go for Painful Truce. They do have Green Sun Zenith in the hand, which that's going to be, they're going to go for Crater Hoof. Let's see, that's going to be green, so it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, they'll have exactly enough for Green Sun Zenith. So we need to go for Painful Truce. Let's go and do that. Yeah, let's go for Westvale Abbey. Gonna add black. We'll go for the Rakdos Signet. And then we'll tap that down for white. Yeah, we'll go for Painful Truce. Draw 3 cards. We're gonna lose 3 life. Hopefully, we don't die into Crater Hoof, but if we do, hey, it's not the worst thing in the world. Let's go and get this popped over there so we can see what's going on. I always like it when the stack is right there. Okay. Now if we push in, we're kind of in this weird board state to where we can still chunk a land with the captain. That's going to be a 3/3. We're going to lose like maybe a vampire to one of the elephant tokens or something like that. But they still have the... Actually, they do not have the hollow online. Alright, we draw into a bunch of lands. Let's go and get the... Let me get the Arid Mesa down. I think this works okay. So we can chunk that to the captain. Yeah, we need to push in on this one. Edgar does have first strike and haste. So if we swing it with Edgar, we're going to lose Edgar. We'll still get some +1 counters on there. And then on the back end, that's going to be 3/6. I guess either way, yeah, we have 9, 12, 15. That's going to be 17. We're at 24. If they're going to go for Crater Hoof or something with haste, they're going to have it. I like pushing in, seeing as much damage as we can get as possible. We're going to get the counter from Edgar, and with the Green Sun Zenith in our opponent's hand, which I don't think they cast it. Pretty sure that's what they ripped for the turn. Yeah, we need to push in on this one, so It's kind of what we need to do. Unfortunately, we don't have a lot of, we don't have really trample with any of these vampires, but we still have a discard activation from the Stromkirk. We did get the +1 counters from Edgar coming across, so we'll see how they want to go for the Maze of Ith. At this point right now, they have the Maze of Ith, which is going to be one blocker they can untap, so that's going to put us at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll have 5 people coming across, and you know, if they block with the Dried Arbor, the Oracle, they don't have green mana to regenerate. That'll kind of put them in a spot where they might have like a weird Crater Hoof. You know, they may not have enough creatures on the battlefield to kind of go for it. But I like swinging in like this. Okay, opponent's going to go for the Maze of Ith on the Elephant. That's going to untap. And the good thing about them untapping the Elephant is that we still have, that's going to leave us open for any sort of shenanigans with Stromkirk Captain. And we have a blocker next turn. You know, if they don't go for Crater Hoof, we can at least chump block the little baby elephant on Papa Elephant over there. Okay, we got the elephant blocking on Edgar Markov. This is where I love Magic. Think about it. You know, Edgar gets dressed up for battle and just goes into battle to run into an elephant. I love it. It's great. Alright, so we got the elephant blocking right there on the Stromkirk. And even if we go for the activation, let me double activation, okay. We can activate it once. It's still going to be 3, 6, 9 coming across. We're going to need to see some other blocks from our opponent. Because they only block on one, that's going to be 4, 8. That'll be exactly lethal. So they're going to have to go for a few more activations. Either way, we're still going to go for it because it's going to put us at 5. Yeah, we can only activate it once. There they go. Alright, we're going to get the Dried Arbor coming across. And we'll see if they go for Azusa. Either way, we want to get as much damage in as possible. I'm still going to discard one of our lands. You know, we've got 3 lands in the hand, so we can get in for 4, put them down to 4. That's perfectly fine with me. And then anyway, we need to spread it out. Now we're okay. Let's go for the activation, discard a card. We're going to get rid of that swamp. Put a +1 counter on, they get +1 until end of turn. And I may have been saying that wrong, so I do apologize if I did. If you're sitting there wondering, Jolt, why are you saying that? Oh, and they can still tap the Dried Arbor. Excuse me, yes. So they just still had green mana on the Oracle. Okay, there we go. I didn't see the green mana untapped, and I always forget that Dried Arbor is one of those cards that... and, you know, the future sight version of Dried Arbor is not that bad. Not that terrible. But, man, when you have the from the Vault version of it, it is just... Sometimes you don't realize it's a normal land, or you just forget that it's on the battlefield. Well, actually, regenerate target creature. I don't know, I guess that didn't work the way it was supposed to work. Anything else, we're going to go and pass the turn to our opponent. Now, there's still a line for a pretty good Crater Hoof. That's going to be 5 creatures. It's going to be 25 points of damage coming across with only 1 lone elephant stopping us. So we'll see if they go for it. But either way, even if they did end up going for Crater Hoof, we're just in a weird spot to where we can't really get it going. So we'll see what they're going to tap out for now. But if I'm correct in what I wrote down, I'm pretty sure that's a Green Sun Zenith in their hand. Maybe something happened due to commentary that I got mixed up on, but more likely that's what's going to be coming down. Which, getting a Crater Hoof death is always, I feel it's very honorable. I'll take that. It's just Crater Hoof comes down, especially if you've got an elephant on the battlefield too. I mean, that just seems like a whole motley crew of creatures that Crater Hoof would love to absolutely hang out with. But Mardu Vampires, it's a lot of fun. If you're thinking about building Edgar, go for it. Wonderful vampire, and that ability from the command zone is just silly. I mean, you have some early turns where it is just... It's kind of like when you draw those really good hands in Magic and you have to play the hand, and you know it's kind of like a BS hand, like, hey, sorry. It is what it is. Okay, let's see what they're going to go for. Alright, Green Sun Zenith for 7. I think. Is Crater Hoof 8 or 7? Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. And just untap target attacking creature. They still leave the Maze of Ith up, so if they want to untap one of their own creatures and go for that, that'd be good. Much obliged. I'd take that. Avenger of Zendikar is the target for that. Okay, so they're going to get all our creatures on the battlefield. Create some plant tokens. And they have World Breaker on top, so they're not really going to be able to swing in. But with so many plant tokens on the battlefield, there's really not much that we can do. Now, top deck. It's going to be an extra counter on there. They're not going to be able to swing in. If we draw into Blood Artist, we've got an out. We need Blood Artist or Falcon Wrath, Aristocrat, or Zulaport. So we have 3 live cards that allow us to kind of draw out from underneath this. Or a board wipe. If we go for a board wipe, that's going to clear the board out. Since they did not go for Crater Hoof, so hey, props to us. The Mardu Vampires kind of pulling through on this one. And then Worldbreaker. So if you did not see, I record the EDH Lounge. It's a 4-player Commander series that I do for my channel, Jolt539 on YouTube if you want to look it up. But yeah, so I do a 4-player lounge. I play with MTG Mudsta. I play with Eli. He records for Magic Stronghold, and I also record with PJ from Commander Replay, which is a lot of fun. But anyway, it's the EDH Lounge, and during our last one, we had Worldbreaker. It got exiled or something like that, and it's a weird thing to where, like, I had it on my board, it got exiled, and instead of going to the exile zone, it was underneath Kamal. So imagine this elephant's Kamal. So it was underneath Kamal, and it was kind of like faded out, and it was just kind of like it was doing like this, like they didn't have a zone around it, and it was just kind of creeping around the battlefield. And I just got done watching Stranger Things, and so it's kind of like upside down world. Like, and those Worldbreaker, the Eldrazi, they 100% look like something out of the Stranger Things underworld. I mean, look at it; it's kind of crazy looking. Okay, opponent swinging in for 9. We're not going to offer the block up right now. It's not going to do anything if we block. Either way, we're dead on the back end, so we need a board wipe. We have a few board wipes in here, which allow us to kind of clear the board, stay down. We're looking at 5/5, which is not too bad, and especially if they go for the regenerate. So let's see. Fingers crossed. We're drawn to Bloodline Keeper. That is not exactly what the doctor ordered. Okay, so we get that down. Yeah, I was hoping for Blood Artist. That would have been. Oh, I get some good top decks sometimes, which is a lot of fun. We'll get the Scrubland down, but none of our vampires have flying, so we're not going to be able to push past it. We'll go and force it. Hey, they're going to have to earn their meal. We're going to go for black. Tap that down, tap down the herb board. Get another vampire on the battlefield. Well, actually, oh, they get +2/+2 until end of turn. We can still transform it. I got into this weird like scenario to where, like, if they gave them flying, Lord of the Liege gives them flying, but it will not. We can still go and transform it, though. Let's go and do that. I think we're still not in a good spot, but at this point right now, yeah, they got more than enough creatures. So if we had, like, one flying creature, oh, that'd be enough. But hey, that's Magic. That happens. Unfortunately. That's the bad luck side of Magic. We did not draw into a flying creature or anything to kind of help us close. We got really close, though. But yeah, it would have been nice if we drew into Blood Artist, because basically with Viscera Seer, we could just sack all of our creatures out, and that would have been enough to close it out. We also have Falconrat Noble in here and Zulaport, so D, all of the above would have been good. Another card that would have helped us would have been Living Death. I have Living Death in here. If we get into spots where we sacrifice all of our creatures, we can go for that. But yeah, even if we swung in, our opponent has Maze of Ith. They have a ton of plant tokens out there that are actually almost bigger than our, well, they're now going to be bigger than our vampires. So those are some pretty gnarly plants if they eat their Miracle Grow. Okay, so we got 9 times 5. That's a nice chunk of damage coming across over there. See, that's at least 45 in plant damage, which is always makes it fun for Magic when you get plant damage going. All right, let's see if our opponent wants to swing in. They get some good game. Well, we're going to throw the good game so that way they don't have to do a ton of stuff over there. Good game, man. Good game, buddy. Enjoyed it. Karn's on top of the library. He's watching from the court side, watching from the bench. Oh, yes, this makes Karn really happy seeing this type of board state. Okay, looks like I don't know what our opponent's doing. There might be some lag, so I'm just going to go and scoop it up. I was going to let them swing in, but they're kind of paused, so we'll go and I'll just go and scoop it up so they can do their thing. But yeah, they had a ton of plant damage coming across. They had the Elephant, the Oracle, everyone, whole crew, and they still had the Yavimaya Hollow. So even if we chump blocked on a lot of creatures, they would have had it. So good game to our opponent, and unfortunately we did not close it out. We got really close, got our opponent down to 4. We could not find that last little Blood Artist, which would have been really sweet. But anyway, that's it. So if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.